Hi, and welcome to video 15, our final video in our series, Steps to Create Your Ideal Life. As promised, I'm going to bring to you today a few pointers for getting started. For those of you that have a clear vision and you've defined your steps and you know what tools and knowledge you need, then you just need to get started, right? Take some action. But let's say that you have all of this down and it all seems really broad, maybe even overwhelming. What do you do? Break it down. Break the steps down into smaller, manageable tasks. This helps you to not feel overwhelmed. You can cross things off your list as you go, and you feel a sense of accomplishment. Now, what if you don't have steps 1 through 3 figured out? What do you do when you're not sure what you want to do? You know what you want, your vision is clear, but you haven't figured out how to make it happen. You're not sure what your passion is or how you will use your passion to build this ideal life. Get moving anyway. Sometimes movement helps. Once you're in motion, the pieces just seem to fall into place. You can also work on figuring out what gets you fired up. Look more at what you don't want and then what you do want in your life. Sometimes outside sources can be very helpful also. I have mentioned my mentors and a few of the programs that they offer. Remember, I did not know what I wanted to do or what my passion was necessarily when I started working with them. When I started, I paid $29.95 with a money-back guarantee. This allowed me to see what they were all about and what they had to offer without any real risk of losing money. Now they offer a free account to get started. This allows you to check them out for yourself without handing over a lot of money and making a big commitment immediately. So this is much, much better than those high-pressure buy now programs. The programs in the community that my mentors have built can help you to figure out the what and how. You can get moving and start taking action toward that ideal life. A link to the free account can be found at www.ideallifeseekers.com. Just click on free account sign up. Getting moving is helpful and absolutely necessary if you want to make it to the finish line. But I have another pointer for you. That is to keep moving. Do something every day, even if it's small. Continually moving is easier on you than taking some big action now, then doing nothing for a while and having to get started again. Starting can be the hardest part, right? So if you keep moving, then you don't have to start over again. It's easier to keep that momentum than to start again. So success is like a snowball. It takes momentum to build, and the more you roll it in the right direction, the bigger it gets. That quote is from Steve Ferranti. So keep rolling in the right direction by taking action, big or small, every single day. And the last pointer that I wanted to give you today is to keep that vision in front of you. Concentrating on the outcome and remembering what it is that you're working towards can keep you going. There may be tasks along the way that you don't particularly like or things that you need to do that will take you out of your comfort zone. Looking at pictures of what you want or considering how you feel when you're living that ideal life or remembering how amazing that life that you've pictured will be will make those kinds of tasks more bearable. Keeping that vision in the forefront will also help to quiet some of those excuses that pop up and those fears that you're facing. Your vision can embolden you, give you courage and confidence. It reminds you why you're doing something different or building a business or making changes in your life. Some ways to keep your vision in front of you are vision boards, writing out your perfect day and then reading it often, keeping a dream life journal, and playing a movie of your ideal life in your head where you see and feel every fantastic aspect, making it as real as possible. Find items too that represent something that your ideal life will include and keep it where you can see it often. I heard someone once say that they wanted a certain kind of car, and he wanted it very badly, so he put together a model that was more affordable. He bought a model, put it together, and then he kept it in plain sight. When he looked at the model of the car, he could see himself driving it, and he could feel what it was like, keeping it very real. And yes, his work paid off. He bought that very car and loved it as much as he'd imagined. All right, that wraps up our series. Now you have all the steps to create your ideal life. But there is a lot more to creating your ideal life, and there's a lot more helpful information that can be added. So I'll be back. In the next video, I'm going to share some ways to combat all those fears that we spoke about in video 14. And yes, this concludes the video series. However, you will want to stay tuned to the Ideal Life Seekers channel to glean more helpful tips and beneficial information that will help aid you in your journey to create your ideal life. You can subscribe below and head on over to ideallifeseekers.com to sign up for your free account, which will help you get moving and take powerful action.